Welcome in. My name is Sarah. This is kind of my intro to my channel. It is my first ever long form video. I've done like shorter form editing and content creation in the form of like shorts, TikToks. But this is the first time I am trying my hand at long form video editing and content creation. So it's about time I give it a try at something a little longer, take a little bit more time. In this video, I want to talk a little bit about my business, myself included, some goals I hope to achieve with this YouTube adventure, if you will. To get started in understanding me and a little bit about my business, this is my garage where I create out of, and by no means am I starting this channel as somebody who knows how to create a successful business, how to create the most memorable end product. I am just simply a 23-year-old who has a small business based in handmade goods, leather crafting, and I want to be able to show kind of my process because I'm new too. I'm learning how to edit, I'm learning content creation, I'm learning how to make stuff, so it is all a work in progress. One of the main things that drove me to trying making some beautiful things, which I will insert pictures throughout, was I have a background in computers. I actually went to school, I went to college for computer programming, so I've always liked working with computers. And then I randomly decided, you decide randomly, you're like, I want to try that one hobby. And I've been doing that, experimenting with things I like to be creative with. And leatherworking just stuck. So I like working with leather. I like being creative. I like seeing what I can do with it, not being like limited to you can only make wallets, which I have a wallet right here, but just not limiting myself to the basic bare minimum work. So to kind of segue over, my business is Unique Frontiers, aptly named the channel name, as well as on a lot of my other social medias. What I do is again, take leather and try and see what I can do with it. So a lot of my stuff is more focused on creating memories and being able to capture moments, as well as just creating something that people will giggle at, because that is my favorite thing when I'm at events, to make people laugh. And be able to kind of show your creative side a little different. I like to create all sorts of fun colored leather earrings, both lightweight, and give many different options as far as colors. So editing me, insert picture, whatever. Hopefully you figured out how to do that. And another thing with being able to make people laugh, I create custom can koozies as well as pre-made designs. So one of my things that I like to think of is like all the different people that could possibly be like, hey, that's like you, or hey, that's like me, when I create them. And then I also do custom, so weddings, I can probably find an example of, as well as like keychains, stuff like that. Custom work is something that I really enjoy doing. I love being able to present the final product to people when they order it, and being able to see the joy or the excitement of being able to capture those special moments, whether it is a wedding, small business, that kind of thing, and make it a reality for them. And part of making these YouTube videos is I want other people to also feel my excitement when I go through the process of making these orders, and being able to fully appreciate all of the support that I do get. Now, with the goal of the YouTube videos, I would be lying if I said that I also didn't want to get my business out there. I think YouTube could possibly be a good platform for me to get myself out there. Now, it's not the only thing. Obviously, I do like being able to create. Hopefully, this is another way that I like to create, and there might be people out there that resonate with me, there might not be. And in terms of what I hope to create and what I hope comes from this channel, I'm obviously open to suggestions. So if you do have any suggestions, feel free to drop them in the comments. If at this point you have decided that you can stand my personality and my voice, I would totally appreciate a like and possibly a subscribe to see what I do in the future. But in all seriousness, for some stuff I would like to record and put on here, I would like to be able to record some booth setups. I am based like mid-Wisconsin, so I'd like to be able to show my process of setting up. Now, in no way do I have the most beautiful booth. I would be lying if I said it wasn't a couple folding tables and like an earring rack, but I mean, honesty is key. That's about all I got for in-person events. It does work, it does get the job done, so I think it would be cool to show kind of not crazy option for booth. I would also like to be able to show inventory restocks. I just did one last night, so I have it sitting on the printer, just of koozies, keychains, all sorts of stuff, getting ready for an event, and maybe showing the process of how I manufacture and put together everything. And I also am a seller on Etsy, so I thought maybe doing some videos about their articles, what's going on, kind of a news thing might be cool too. But I don't know if I'm down for all that research, I'm gonna be honest. But one thing is for sure, I want to make sure that I use this platform to kind of show the honest truth of starting a business, how it's not easy when you first start, and there are a lot of ups and downs, but that's all about getting to the end process. This is another adventure I am so excited to embark on, and I hope I can continue and maybe find some people out there that I connect with, whether you're starting a small business or you already started your small business and you're like, what the heck, I want to watch what she's doing. She looks like she's crazy. But I hope that this video can serve as a great start point for the journey I'm about to embark on. I have been running my small business now for about a year, so it's been a process going through. There's stuff I've learned already. I would be lying if I said I did everything perfect from the beginning. I've had no issues because there's definitely a lot to learn. There was a lot that I wasn't necessarily familiar with when I started. So I'm hoping maybe documenting my process will help someone else who is starting, and then they won't make the same mistakes as me. But I look forward to being able to share more of this journey with everybody on here. Again, if you do appreciate me, appreciate my journey, feel free to stick around. Bye.